It is now Sunday, July the 2nd, and I'm charging it next to the bed. And this is everything that I have, dirty clothes and everything. See, here in Reykjavik, they don't have large washing machines, like huge size washing machines like we have in the US. And the reason why the advent of those commercial laundromats took off in America with huge washing machine and huge dryers because you have a lot of immigrant families that have large families in excess of 5 children or more. There's a lot of clothes. In addition to American, they're all American, but I mean of immigrant ancestry, the values are different as us. Because women of European ethnicity generally don't like having a lot of kids, three or four at the most. They don't like having a lot of kids, especially the more north in Europe you go. So what I'm espousing is a culture of digital freedom and minimalism, and it's sensitive. And I'm also espousing micro living for the poor, meaning micro living with security guards in the buildings. You can't have company in your apartment unless it's a parent or somebody like that. Um, Not a brother, not a sister, not so that to cut down on overpopulation, reproduction. Because if you have visitors and it's a woman or someone of the opposite sex, that's why same sex is more espoused. Because if it's someone of opposite sex, there's a likelihood that if you're both poor, the state, be it municipal, city, state, country, is going to be responsible for paying for your childbearing and childbirth. So if you have shoebox unit with the condition, no visitors, but you can have your own place to build yourself up, that's fine. Allahumma inni also becoming a kursi wa kabair. That's fine. So as I said, I just took a shower, but I had to crouch down almost in fetal position to wash myself. There's no way to stand up. And I was thinking about washing clothes bit by bit by bit, but I have that idea is gone because someone else's clothes is in there, and you don't know whether they want if they want to put it in the dryer or if they want to hang it out here. You don't know. Some people will take your stuff right out and say, forget it, just put it there and I'm washing my things. Because there's no commercial laundry type of structure here. Somebody had needles in there also, which are for insulin. So somebody's got diabetes. But they have a patch that you could put on the skin. Yeah, they have a patch. You don't need to use the needle. They've already developed it years ago. I don't know why it's not out. So these are the sensitivities of living in spaces with other people who have different cultural, different cultural and personality nuances. You know. So I don't have any extra shirts. I've run out of clothes. I've got to wash everything, and I've got to cut down in the event that I get no support. Right now, Imam Mansour, who calls me on this number, this is the only number I can receive calls on or messages. If there were, you would see an envelope or you would see a missed call symbol. Nothing. And it's Sunday. And he told me on Friday, I'll see what I can do as far as putting some data on. So they may be given an order. I'm making suppositions. I could be completely wrong now. But it is assumed that the Ahmadiyya Muslim movement has deep links with British intelligence and U.S. and Canadian intelligence. They have deep trusts and deep relationships. So I would be given, people like that in his position would be given a dossier on me that this guy is a lousy Muslim. He's unstable. He's this, that. He runs away. He has a child. He has this, that. Singapore. He would know a lot of things about me that I don't know that he knows. And he would share that also with his wife. Yeah, they would give them dossiers and briefings, and that you're not to help this person only so much money. Imagine if something like that is going on. That reaches into the space of freedom of religion. Yeah, freedom of religion, freedom of worship, freedom of your relationships. Fourth Amendment, freedom of assembly. So, if you give disparaging information, said this person's a bad apple, don't help him. Don't help him to get married. Don't give him any money. Don't give him nothing. Yeah, he's a bad apple. He's a worthless Muslim. But then there are other men who are worse, right? And these people, because they are from a certain ethnicity or they don't look as bad as you do, they're allowed to marry. So I start questioning the Salafis. I put the Salafist leadership and others, and Hanafi leadership, Jamaat Tabligh, I put them on the spot. Yeah, I put them on the spot. See, to out evil, racism, and all that kind of stuff. I put them right on the spot. So what's happening now is I don't think I might and I might not take a jacket. I might wear a jacket. I might not wear a jacket today because it's a nice day. It's a very nice day, but it can switch like this here in Iceland. Yeah, it can switch instantaneously. So it's almost 1 o'clock. They stopped serving food at 2. They started at 11, or I think 10 or 11 with a breakfast, coffee, cake, sweets. But they stopped at 2 p.m. So this is the bulk of what I would like to throw away. A lot of things. And these are the same old dirty socks. See, if you had your own miniature washer and dryer, your own miniature shower, your own miniature toilet, and things that were of your own, you wouldn't need to have so many clothes if you had that, in addition to ubiquitous hygiene provision facilities in case a woman runs out from her husband. You know, that's 24 hours for women, for children. A woman runs away in desperation from an abusive man, or a man that's a lunatic or something, in the middle of the night, and she needs to shower and change her clothes. A place like Urban Rest Stop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Places like that, and places that have some spare, always keeping some spare clothes around in various sizes. Places like that that are around, then you could keep less clothes. You wouldn't have to accumulate too many outfits, because you know there's always a place where you can get an outfit, and the few articles of clothing you have, you can always keep them clean. Keep them clean in miniature washing machines. Yeah, but what the society does, some type of social engineering project, they vacate that. They deprive people of that, so that it's hard for them to live. So they have to accumulate. And see, what happens is with me, with all these clothing, clutter starts. I'm basically going right back down to what I can. The clothing that, aside from the shoes, the clothing that I came here with, which was this sweater, maybe a shirt or two over it, and some socks, a few pairs of socks. Yep, and it's really, I didn't come here with much. So, but it's good the little that you have to be able to keep it clean. The way I'm living, I can't. So thankfully I took a shower after a sleeping emission, which every time you emit or ejaculate as a man or woman, you gotta take a shower. Complete shower, washing, rubbing, rinsing, scrubbing, complete. Every time. It's your ejaculate from a wet dream or whatever. Your clothes gotta be you gotta rinse that part out too. It's considered najas, it's considered unclean, undesirable in the eyes of God, in Islam. Undesirable, unclean, impure. And so imagine people who are really amorous with each other and married, they got to do that 2-3 times a day or more. They got to shower, clean themselves multiple times a day. So this is the only phone that I have any activity, like maybe like WhatsApp or something like that. That's the only phone that I do, and that I have to go to a Wi-Fi. So as I'm saying, I'm making a supposition, but I bet you if I were to meet somebody wealthy, somebody unbeknownst to the Muslim community, and they'll say, okay, I like you, or some Muslim from outside, and I'm going to help you and come ride with me. Look at that, put the stuff in the car, you can help me. You know, in the car, put the stuff in the car. This and this, that, ride with me out here, this and this and that, what, and help me out, and I give you a little something or this or that. What are you trying to do? Maybe I can help you. I can get you an airline ticket. You can come fly with me. you know, this, that, what. You know, I'm going to Europe, I'm going to Switzerland, I'm going here, I'm going to Geneva, I'm going to Zurich. Da 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 da. So I bet you if I were to start moving at speed, if I'm being tracked with my GSM movements and all of that, and let's say Imam Mansour of the Ahmadiyya is plugged into the Intel world, they would say he's in a car, he's going somewhere, there's a change. Call him. Call him now. Call him now. It'll always happen like when nothing's happening, I get no phone calls. This is becomes almost like a veritable, like a prison of sorts. But if I start moving around at speed or something like that, something that I normally can't do, or I get on a bus or something like that,